Hey everybody, welcome back to another Diecast review. Kinda. This one here is actually going to be a cleaning video because these cars have some dirty windshields and some dirty interiors. So what we're going to do is we're going to take them apart, we'll look inside of them, make sure everything looks good on the inside, and then we're going to go ahead and clean them up, make sure they look nice and shiny and sparkly for their new owners, as these two are on eBay. So slide that one out of the way. We'll start with the brush color. First thing I do is grab the top for one of the boxes. Flip it upside down, put it in there. Actually, what you can do is if you want, you can actually set the top on top of it, then flip it over, because it can sometimes be a pain in the butt with the way that stuff lines up. Black chassis, by the way. I don't know if that's uncommon or what. I have now found a couple like that where the chassis are black. So I'm kind of curious as to what that is. Oh, that is picky. So I'm going to have to give it a little more pressure than I would like to. I'm guessing that's just thanks to somebody putting one of these suckers in with like a drill, something like that. So that's always a little bit of fun, trying to figure out how to get that out. Good grief. Just in case you're wondering what I'm doing, I'm basically setting it in my lap so I can push down on it as hard as I want, and I can kind of feel the pressure that's going into it, and I don't have to worry about snapping my foam block, pushing too hard and breaking the wing off. Something crazy like that. That stuff happens, so always good to avoid that. So once I get that screw out, I'll put it back up here, take the other two out. Fingers crossed, those two aren't in quite as bad. So I'm going to get the other one up here. Let's slide that closer so you can see it. Black chassis, though. Yeah, not sure what that is. So somebody might have to reply in the comments as to why I've got a couple with black chassis under them. Very unique. I haven't seen very many of them. I have one other one like that, but yeah, never really come across that very often. So, and that'll be the fourth one there. So if you've never taken a COT apart, there's only 4 screws. The other ones are 6, very similar, but there's a splitter up here and 2 screws underneath that splitter. So again, not all that different or anything. So then I should be able to just lift. See how it's kind of lifting out, but it's pinching in one spot. You can see that. Just gotta, there we go. It slides right out. So I'm looking at it. Wow, not sure what that was. A little bit of fiber, but you can see in here a bit of something or another in there, and kind of all along the windshield. Actually, that windshield just popped right out. Well, I'll have to get a little glue on that. We'll get into that as well, though. So the first thing I'm going to do, I got a paper towel here, one of the softer brands. I think it's called Viva. Those are good paper towels to use if you've never used them before. And then I spray a little bit of a cleaning and polishing solvent I use. And I basically go in here and I will wipe down this here. Trying to figure out what that is. So it's not going anywhere, so it's obviously not bad enough to be that big of an issue. I will wipe it on the windows. On the outside, there we go, and then on the inside. Now for the cleaning solvent, I mean, if you're just cleaning windows, which is all I had planned to do on this one, Windex works fine. Don't use a smudgy paper towel though, because it'll leave crap behind, and nobody really wants to leave stuff behind in their windows. So, you know, just be aware of what you're using. That way you don't, you know, leave yourself a mess where you really didn't want one before. And then wipe that one down. So that'll take care of the windows pretty much. I mean, the windows are pretty easy to clean. They're not too bad. They do a pretty good job of essentially cleaning themselves once you get a little bit of stuff on them and letting the paper towel soak up the dust. So let me get onto that windshield that popped right out. So good thing I checked it, because if that windshield was that loose and I sent it off to whoever buys it off of eBay, I'd be disappointed that I had a loose windshield on there. And we're just going to put a little on there, flip it over, do the same. Go with the lines, just helps not rub as much paper towel fiber off if it does. As you can see, a little piece of fiber went off there. Then I wipe it off with a fiber rag, which I've got sitting behind here. Can't really get it out because it's kind of large. So I basically just wipe all 3 sections of that windshield down with it. It's not too bad. It leaves very little smudge marks or anything like that. So just another part of that cleaning process to try and make sure you get it as clean as possible for whoever comes to get this one. So always want to make sure I do as best job I can, because I would appreciate it to me. I've had a few of these where they come in and the windows are just smudged to heck and they're just awful. So hopefully I don't have that issue here. But so anyway, now that those are back, we're going to flip that back over, put that there. We grab ourselves our handy dandy little bottle of super glue. And you got to be very, very careful as to how much you put on here. So as you can see there, not sure if I've got any in there or not. I might be running low. Actually, it's plugged. So that's the other thing. If your super glue plugs, you know, why not, I guess, have an issue? Wouldn't be a video if I had no issues, right? Because I don't refilm, so bloopers it is. I'm just going to stick it's a pick needle is what it is. And I just kind of use it like a drill bit. I drill through all the super glue on there until it goes down the funnel, and then it's opened up, and I can use it for super glue again. So let's get back to it. I'm going to turn this a little bit more so I can get both my hands across here. Not sure what the deal is there. I'm not sure if I'm not going to get super glue out of here. Well, anyway, what I was going to do, and I don't think it's going to work, I was going to dab super glue onto each of those little tabs, get it stuck back in. However, the super glue appears to have called it quits on me. Yep, won't work. Okay, well, bottle super glue down. Super glue 1, me 0. Any hoosers, we'll get back to the repair part, and we'll just let it sit at that. But what I would do is I would essentially get it all put back in place, pop it in with a punch and a punch. And again, it's not in that loosely. It is in loosely in general. But once you kind of give it a couple of little clicks, it just takes a little dab of super glue on one of the two corners to hold it down. So it's not too bad. But then it goes back to repair pot time. You just set that sucker right back down on the chassis like so. No issues there. Pick her on up. Put the foam on top of it. And flip it over. And then you add your 4 screws back in. And that is as simple as it gets. That's it. That's all you got to do to clean that insides. Now that's just for the windshields. You can also customize chassis while you have it out, things like that. There's a whole ton of stuff you can do that way once you get them pulled apart. I did a whole engine swap. That was fun. Took a long time, but I'll show you that one out in a little bit here. But yeah, it was quite the ordeal. Took quite a while, but got a cool result. So I'm not gonna complain. But yeah, so that'll pretty much do it. So if you enjoyed this video, give it a like, thumbs up, notification bell, subscribe, all that random stuff. That'll, you know, help me out a bunch. 500 subscribers is the collection video, if I haven't already mentioned that in other videos. And I think that might be all the announcement type stuff. We got New Hampshire coming up tomorrow. So once New Hampshire comes in tomorrow, I've got my prediction at, I think that Kyle Busch will go out there and do well, and I think he's got the best shot to win. I think Kevin Harvick's fast, Truex is fast as usual. The only surprise winner I could see coming out of that is either Kurt Busch or Kyle Larson. Dark horse, if I were to pick one, would be because of the rain. I would probably pick a Brad Keselowski or a I don't know. Let's go with a Matt Kenseth or a Brad Keselowski, a dark horse. So those are my picks for tomorrow. This has been Race Craze. Thank you all for watching. Really appreciate it. And we will see you in the next video.